Welcome back to Cockney Son, Series 2, Episode 12. This week we're back with another proper catch-up from family days out in Sheppey, birthday celebrations, garden graft and all the usual chaos, to asking why Britain's roads seem to be falling apart one pothole at a time. Dad's also tackling a very personal listener question, and as always, the dad jokes are absolutely brilliant.
Are they?
That was my little... And I'm not going to redo that, so let's get right into it.
Gor blimey, governor, it's now time for a bit of a natter.
Right, so on Bit of a Natter, I just thought that we would just have a bit of a natter about the week that we've just
passed,
experienced, okay?
Yep.
So this weekend was a busy one. Friday was ultimate Richard ramble. We picked the kids up from school, headed to the Isle of Sheppey.
Oh, yeah.
Which we all know very well because I used to live there.
Yeah, you did,
for 2 years. Back to the same beach that we always go to, and we were looking for crabs by the sea. Then we were climbing mountains. We were walking through woods. Skimming stones. The kids were absolutely knackered.
Yeah.
And I think we've decided that if it's hot, we're going to do something similar every Friday.
Okay.
Because it just wipes them for the weekend. It's a good start. And the boy did say it was our fault that he couldn't wake up on Monday.
Oh, really?
Because he was so tired.
He was so tired, was he?
Yeah, they loved it.
Yeah, of course they
Out
would.
there.
Yeah.
Beach, throwing for stones.
It don't take long to get there, does it? How long is it?
What, to Sheppey?
Yeah.
Well, actually, all the roads have been done. When we lived there was, where you go, obviously, down this road, one of the reasons we moved back because of the travelling was so bad back to where, obviously, Richard works. But now there's this new, super lane and things like that. Not that I wish we still lived there, but I said to Richard, it's nice that we can come back, do the fun bits, and then leave.
Yeah, leave it all behind. come back to your mansion. Yeah.
Exactly. What have you been up to this weekend?
Weekend, what happened?
Just gone?
Weekend just gone.
You said that you waited in.
No, that was Monday.
Right.
I had to wait for the gas man to come and do.
Hang on, let me get comfortable for this thrilling story.
No, I had to wait for the gas man to come.
Right.
Right, but I've got information that this guy's going to turn up and do the safety check on the boiler, which they do every year.
Yeah.
Between 8 and 1.
Yeah.
That's all right, fair enough. Nice. Didn't turn up.
Right.
I mean, what's that all about?
Maybe they can't find.
No, they know where it is. They come every year.
Maybe they go, all right. Oh.
Yeah, maybe.
Steve Middleton.
But there weren't no call, nothing to say that he was running late or anything. So I left at 1 o'clock, went down the seaside.
It probably says on your notes, don't turn up. He's not really that bothered about waiting in for 5 hours.
But you could be at work. You could have asked to have time off work.
And I mean, that's bad that they didn't send any message to say.
No, I've got on the Friday.
Yeah,
I did get a text message to say, please be in for your safety check.
Did you complain?
Well, no, I just rescheduled. It's all done. But you
should say I waited in. Why did no one turn up?
But I just rescheduled it for
you could have got money off your gas bill.
It's now coming on the 8th.
Oh, well, that'll be a day in for you again.
Boiler could leak carbon dioxide by then.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. What was if it turned out?
I've got a monitor.
Oh,
I'm up to date.
All right.
But so I went down. Then after that, I went down the seaside. I watched Chelsea play on the Sunday.
Yeah,
I actually won a game.
Yeah,
Wembley, and then I went down to the Alien Island on the Monday after the man didn't turn up. So I went down there. Come back Tuesday.
I feel like we do love an island.
Yeah, it was nice.
Sheppey,
actually, it was really nice. It was
Hailing.
It was warm. It poured with rain during the night. Yeah, but that don't matter, does it?
I say to Richard every time we go to Sheppey, and I did say this when we lived there, that if you was like a billionaire, you could transform the Isle of Sheppey into something that would be a place where people would love to go. You know, like they say, where is it? Millionaires Row. That's by a beach. Where's that?
No, Millionaires Row is up by Kensington Palace.
No, but there's another beach one.
Oh, is that the one down by, is that, what's it called?
Don't know.
In Dorset.
Yeah, I think so. We've been there before. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. We've been there before. Very lovely. But what I'm saying is, it does have the potential.
But yeah, that's what I've been doing. So Ailey was nice. So it was,
same old
thing. No, nice, but it's nice it's nice down there.
Healing Island. That's its nickname.
And we used our friends' beach.
God, we're promoting Hailing Island again.
Yeah. Well, everyone should get down there.
We don't work for the council, whatever it is.
And yeah,
If you want a good old-fashioned family day out,
we had a lovely meal.
Halen Island.
In on the beach.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So then on the Saturday, it was lovely weather, so we did more gardening. You know, I've been in the garden.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
And then we couldn't mention anything on social media because we had a surprise 50th birthday.
You did,
in the
yeah,
evening.
yeah.
So that was good. And then Sunday was my mum's birthday.
Your mum's birthday, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The ex's birthday.
I didn't get an invite. What happened there
I don't know. He was on Halen Island. So we went round there and made homemade pizzas in the new pizza oven.
I saw those,
no
yeah.
comments. No comment from
I
you,
saw
please.
the smoke signals coming up. Said, happy birthday.
So essentially a very busy, fun
You always do have a busy weekend. Right? Yeah.
But then obviously we get told Monday morning by our pre-teenager that it's, how am I going to stay awake in class? It's your fault.
Really?
You don't let me rest.
He was that tired, was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
My eyes, I can't open him.
I got a text from someone saying my daughter's scooter's in the boot of your car.
Yeah. That's been a nightmare.
I've been using it.
Yeah. As soon as I knew where her scooter was, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I'm scared to tell her.
I was going to drop it back on because I had to go to a funeral on a Thursday.
Oh, it's cheery, yeah.
You know, another one.
Yeah. You're at that age now.
Yeah. So I was going to drop it on the way back.
Yeah. Well, I was too scared to tell her, so I wrote on a note and slid it under her door.
Yeah, but you was...
Granddad stole your scooter. That's what I wrote.
Jan's been using it to go work.
Yeah. For a little, did she wear the little purple helmet as
Yeah,
well?
of course.
But it's worked out all right because obviously she had her eye test.
But she
And
had another scooter, wasn't she?
yeah, but that one's it's broken. It's like rickety. It's like there's a rock in it or something.
There's a rock in it?
Yeah, then I had the eye test.
Flintstones?
Feel like I'm still
Well, I brought
recovering
it back
from it.
now.
Yeah. Although she keeps asking me to drive her to school because she don't have a scooter.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, she's getting sport now, is she?
Yeah.
Eh? Bit of a diva, is she?
I said, yes, my lady. Yes, my lady. So you had a good week. No,
Yeah.
apart from the gas man not turning up.
Yeah, well,
Ghosting you.
I think what happens now, I think some of these companies, they give them too many
Yeah.
and they just can't get round.
Anyway, time for a little bit of a moan.
Adam and Eve it? Would you? I can't believe it. Adam and Eve it.
Adam and Eve it. Right, so in the week you moaned about something, so I thought we would create the whole section of Adam and Eve about it. Would you like to tell people what you're unhappy about in the UK?
It's all these potholes.
Potholes.
Yeah.
Potholes. So if you don't know what a pothole is, obviously you don't live in England or the United Kingdom.
Let's say, some of them are like craters.
So explain to anyone listening abroad, because we apparently have listeners, international
we do.
listeners.
Well, they must have them in other countries.
Probably not.
It's a pothole is called.
What's the technical term for a pothole?
Well, it's a pothole, isn't it?
Right, it's a pothole, isn't it?
It's where the roads don't get
It's
fixed.
a hole in the road.
It's a hole in the road that
Yeah.
don't get fixed, and it gets bigger and bigger, and the various councils just won't go and fix them. And you go down some of the roads, they're like that. And a lot of people having their wheels damaged,
Buckled,
the tyres
popping.
You know, popping, especially on on these expensive motors. Then wheels, then it's all the axles done. And sometimes if it's raining, you can't.
Yeah.
It fills up. You can't see them. I mean, some cyclists have been disappeared and not been seen.
I'm going to jump in that puddle, mummy.
No, but you imagine, you're cycling on the road and it's, when it gets dark.
So I know
and it fills up.
I know already what the answer is, but were there this many potholes in the 1970s?
Well, no, the horses didn't make that many.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was potholes, but then they seem to be fixed.
Filled up or what?
But then it's like...
What do you think the causes of so many potholes nowadays?
Well, because it's a lot of traffic on the roads, isn't there? More traffic on the road than there used to be. And also, it's a bot's job.
Yeah. So
they just come and, they just don't fill them properly. But, everyone's paying, well, most people are paying the car tax. Where's all that money going?
Don't know. They are annoying because obviously
it's
then you end up, and
well.
it's dangerous because you end up moving around them.
Well, yeah, of course, it's dangerous, especially for motorcyclists and cyclists.
I mean, I went down the road the other day and I thought I was on Mario Kart.
I know. But you see some, you go like sometimes out in the country, they're even worse because they're massive.
Yeah, and they just fill them in with bits of rock and stuff out there.
Well, they just don't seem to do them properly. They sort of botch it up, and then once, especially in the winter when the bad weather comes and all rain, and it just opens up again.
Well, I'm going to give you some facts that I downloaded from the internet about potholes.
Yeah.
Okay. It might help you understand it a bit more why there's quite a lot of them in a cost of living crisis or whatever. Okay. So apparently in the UK there's over 1 million potholes.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And to calculate that down to give you an idea, there's around every mile there's 6 potholes.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, but it's, why?
I mean, how's your car survived?
My car's built like a tank, mate. Don't you worry about my motor.
The repair backlog is an estimated £18.6 billion. So that's the backlog.
Cool.
And that's how much it's going to cost. Yeah.
Well, it seems a bit extreme, doesn't it?
Do you think that's not true? Well, that's what it says. 18.6 billion.
But you think that in this day and age, technology would come up with some sort of, stuff that they could put down and
like
let it last.
Foam.
Let it last.
Yeah. And the RAC, which is obviously a breakdown person, they handled in the last year 26,000 plus pothole breakdowns.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, you go over a pothole and does damage to your car? So what do? Do you pay it out your own money, or do you go for your insurance? That means your premiums are going to go up.
Yeah.
It's just the motorists are getting done all the time.
And it costs about £500 average to fix a pothole. Apparently, £500.
No,
I could get They need to employ me. I'll be on Vinted and I'll find something
£500
for £1.
Well, I mean, I can make like some of the bigger ones, but the little ones, really.
Right. So, not to make you even more upset, okay? Because obviously there's a backlog of potholes. So let's just say they invented something that could fix all the potholes in the UK. Yeah, because you're 69. Yeah. It's saying that if they were to fix them all now, it would take 12 years.
Okay.
So let's be honest, for the rest of your driving life, you're just going to experience...
What about me, what's name?
What?
Mobility scooter I might have to have in a few years.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the pavements won't have potholes.
I could go down one of them.
You're not going to be one of those annoying ones on the road. Have you seen them?
Yeah, I know.
It's out of order. Can't stand them.
There's one in...
a man, what is it? A man or...
In Royal Hospital, one of the Chelsea pensioners.
Yeah.
His mobility scooter at the front, it's like a motorcycle.
No need.
And
no need.
He goes on the road. He's like an old rocker.
It's like basically saying, I can't drive, so this thing that I am allowed to drive, I'm now going to do it on the road and cause so much traffic build up.
Well, they made it the pavement. That's why you got the drop downs on each junction. That's what it's for.
But I did see this thing online that obviously now they use tarmac, don't they? And for roads.
Yeah.
But apparently, cobblestones, roads, which do have cars drive on them, don't have any potholes.
No, that's right. Well, never had them like in the Romans. When the Romans on the roads, there was no...
Was it a bit different? No, none of them were driving like a Hummer or a Range Rover.
No, I mean, you think the weight of some of them...
no, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So cobblestones are obviously uncomfortable to drive on.
Yeah.
So that's probably what it is. It's a comfort thing rather than...
But you think, with all the technology you've got...
So why don't they just put cobblestones in the potholes?
Yeah. Why not just fill them? Well, you're getting enough money for every drive. Imagine the amount of cars that are on the road and they're getting... What's the average? Like, £200, £200.
This is what happens to every council. Yeah. Right. We need to do some road works to fix the potholes and other things. Right. We've got all year to do it. But what we'll do is we'll do it just as the kids start to go back to school.
Yeah.
And forget the 6 weeks holiday where we could do it all.
Well, she got done, didn't she? The Ministry of Transport.
By a pothole.
Her car got damaged by a pothole.
Karma.
You think, just do something about it.
Karma. So obviously no one's going to be listening to this and justifying potholes.
No, not at all. And also roadworks. There seems to be so many roadworks about.
Yeah.
There's no one working on them. You know,
And
they dig a hole and go off somewhere else.
You're going to say that thing about China, aren't you? China. That their bridge could fall down. You think, this is what you think of China, don't you? That a whole building will fall down, a bridge will fall down, and by 12 o'clock in the afternoon, it's back up again.
Doubled size.
Yeah.
But I mean, that one where that bridge, they had a big sinkhole, didn't they? One of their bridges. Done within a week, Phil. Done.
And then repaired. They built the road around it.
Yeah, but they repaired it within a week.
But that can't just be down to
I'm not
enthusiasm.
No, but I don't think their workers, they do work.
Yeah.
I mean, you go past some of these roadworks.
Yeah.
There's one bloke digging, the others 6 are leaning on their shovels.
Yeah.
All looking in.
Yeah, I do think it's there's reasons why.
You know,
we won't go into
especially
that.
on a Friday, they pack up about 2 o'clock, don't they? Go on for the weekend.
Not like China.
Yeah.
That's why
just fix it up, just do it.
So inventors out there, forget sustainability, forget climate change and all reasons that you're researching how to prevent those. Take a little bit of the budget and work out what you can put in a pothole to make it not come back again.
Ed Miliband, he wants net zero, doesn't he?
I don't know what that is.
He wants zero energy and all that. He wants everything to be green and all that. He wants to have get rid of their boiler, have a fuel pump. He wants people to have the solar panels on everywhere.
Yeah.
The thing about him the other day in his house, he ain't got no solar panels.
No.
He ain't got an heat pump. So he's just a hypocrite.
No.
He knows he ain't going to work.
Shut up, Ed Miliband.
And what's that? There's another, I can't remember what company it is. They were going to get rid of making the petrol cars and diesel cars, but because the sales of electric cars have gone downhill, they're still going to be making the cars. Well, they ain't going to get better because our little
sorry, great grandchildren.
Our little islands. I mean,
wait, here we go. Look, we could do it. If you're listening, great Middletons, we're sorry that we messed up your planet, but please let us know somehow if that pothole has finally been fixed. I mean, the amount of pedestrians I've had to swerve and hit so my car doesn't get damaged is terrible. That was a joke, by the way, for entertainment value.
Yeah.
Right. I'm excited for this one. I think you're going to stutter a lot. It's going to be a lot of editing on this one. Yeah. Well, no, on this question.
Okay.
This next one.
Yeah.
Say it like Steve. It's a question from a listener.
Ooh.
Don't sugarcoat it. Sometimes in life, you just gotta say it like Steve.
It's quite a simple question, but it's probably a complicated answer, which you're probably going to stutter. And
yeah, I might be right now.
This will be the quickest Say It Like Steve section we've ever had.
I'll just go.
So this is from A. Davis.
A. Davis. No, I don't know that name, I don't think.
Okay. A. Davis. Steve, why haven't you ever remarried?
Why haven't I remarried?
Why have you never...
Is that an offer?
Well, I don't know. Let's not just assume it's a woman. Just to give everyone, a ballparking number. So 1995, it's now 2026. Yeah. How many years is that? We're just going to pause for a brief moment.
About 30 odd years, isn't it?
So,
well, once I don't know.
You haven't met the right person. You
haven't bothered. I've not been bothered. No. Once.
So marriage is off the table. You should never say that. Because you might be like 90 in a home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I need to keep this podcast studio. So I can't convert that into a bedroom. And I saw the other day that a couple got married in a retirement home.
Really?
Because they both obviously met each other. I'm sure that happens a lot.
Yeah, of course. I should imagine. Yeah.
But, you never know.
No, I don't know. It's just...
we like a wedding.
It's never happened, is it? I'm quite happy to be single, isn't it?
Single and ready to mingle.
Ain't got no stress. Because people say, why do you look young for your age? Well, I'm not married, am I? No stress.
So...
Come and go as I please, do what I want.
So there's no one reason that you haven't really got remarried.
It's like, some people,
You're too independent now. You couldn't share your life with someone.
I could imagine it'd be like, if it sort of happened and they come into your place and they start moving bits of van, I'll be going, what are you doing?
Where did my Only Fools and Horses memorabilia guy because the Robin Reliant was there. He's now over there.
Leave them records alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you went on a date and you go, what music do you like? I like anything. Madness? No, I can't stand them.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, bye. Yeah,
you can't come to my house.
No, but it's, I don't know, it's just, that's never happened, Once.
Never say never.
No, true, but, the thought of being rejected again.
Right. We're not going to go into the terms and conditions of the divorce.
I don't know, just not happened. It's one of those things, isn't it?
Fine. There we go.
But
to everyone out there.
But a lot of people don't. Some people don't remarry, do they? They're quite happy.
Some people get married a lot.
Yeah.
No, I thought I was going to get through a whole episode without having to edit anything out.
Some people just can't live on their own.
Yeah.
They do need a partner.
Well, I actually think, fingers crossed, I might break the curse.
Wow, what curse?
And be the only Middleton or who's been married to the same person.
Oh, you mean? Yeah, maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Generations of generations, and I had to take one for the team.
Because
So yeah.
Because all they're members of the family that have. My dad he ran off.
Well, there we go.
He ran off when I was only 9.
Exactly. So when the grandchildren ask about family history, I'll just go back as far as me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I won't go.
No, I mean, going back to the question, it's just
you haven't met the right person.
Maybe, and also, even if I did meet the right person, there's no guarantee that you want to get married again. Do people get married these days?
Yeah, I'm married.
I know you're married, but I mean, is it a major thing like it used to be?
I think so. Yeah. I don't think it is as many, because obviously back in the day, your day, most people not as frowned upon to be married without a kid, right?
Oh yeah, so yeah.
I mean, whereas before,
out of wedlock and all that.
Yeah. Whereas before that's why loads of people probably got married before.
Yeah. But that is a good reason to get married, but then it don't always work out, does it? And then you end up splitting up anyway.
Yeah.
And you could end up on bad terms, and that's not fair with the kids.
No.
But no.
So final A Davis.
Yeah.
The reason is because you just not that bothered.
No, not really. No.
Not that bothered.
I mean, if that's an offer, if that's an offer, is she rich?
I don't know. Can we see your bank accounts, please? Anyone?
What cars you got?
Yeah. Do you know Suggs?
Can I go over a pothole?
So you didn't really give an answer. You basically just haven't really been in that situation. Because obviously, if you had met someone because I know those people that will be like, I don't want kids, and then they meet someone and then they really want kids.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's another.
Age is
it's not always age. It's circumstances, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying.
You could meet someone who's got kids, and the kids don't take to you because they think you're trying to, replace their dad or something, and it don't always work out. So,
anyone out there who wants to change dad's point of view, POV, ladies, A Davis.
I'll tell you what it means. But
you never know what POV meant.
No, I've seen that. No, but some people.
You're down with the kids now.
Some people, they long to have partners all the time.
Yeah, some people can't be by themselves.
No, that's right. I quite like sometimes my own company.
You laugh at your own jokes.
I could do, come do what I want, play my own music, do this. I ain't got to answer to no one.
Yeah.
Well,
there we go. Life is what you make it.
Yeah, of course it is.
That's what we're going to end it on.
Yeah,
right.
Just have a laugh.
Well, speaking of having a laugh, and that was even me telling you to set me up for this.
Yeah.
It's time for...
Get ready to laugh. It's now time for the bleeding dad joke.
Oh, you've gone digital.
Well, no, I forgot my bits of paper.
What is it on?
What do you mean?
Is it on notes? Did you write it on WhatsApp and send it to yourself? How have you lost them though? What did you actually put on?
I was on...
it was on a website.
But it was further down, but never mind. I'll have to try and...
If this is your first time listening to the podcast, 2 jokes each. We would like you to vote, but it don't matter because no one ever does.
No one does anyway, yeah. Don't
right. Why don't cannibals eat clowns?
No idea.
Because they taste funny.
Miss Warren.
That's a proper Christmas cracker
yeah.
joke. Because last week I was quite dark.
Yeah, he was dark. Yeah. Right. So I was lucky to get here today.
Right.
Yeah.
Pothole.
No potholes. It was I've changed my alarm to the Okie Kokie. It took me 20 minutes to get out of bed.
This is more of a question than a joke. Okay. What did the woman with no hands get for her birthday?
No idea. What did she get?
Well, she has no idea because she hasn't opened them yet.
Oh, that's terrible. Right. So there was the other week. I thought, bit of spare time, get yourself a little part-time job.
Right.
Yeah, I've got a little job as a waiter. He says, don't pay much, but he puts food on the table.
I think I won, but obviously I am because you need to.
My first one was better.
Yeah, well, that was a good one. Time for the sign off. Oh God, Belle knows. She's like, when they've done those jokes, I can climb up on him.
Belle was laughing.
That's it for this week's Cockney Son. If you've enjoyed the episode, make sure you're following, subscribing, and sharing wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes.
And don't forget, you can also watch along over on YouTube.
You can.
We'll be back next Friday with more family chaos, more opinions, and probably more questionable jokes.
Yes.
Until then, look after yourselves.
Have a lovely weekend. Get out in that sunshine.
And what kind of weekend is it?
It's a bank holiday weekend.
A long one.
A long one. The weather might not be up to scratch, but make the most of it.
Yeah. It's not about the weather, it's who you're sharing it with.
Yes, and make your memories.
And we'll see you next week to find out all the fun things that we've been up to.
Yes.
That's it for this week's Cockney Son. If you had a laugh, hit follow or subscribe, whatever button's in front of you. Leave us a review if you're feeling fancy, and don't forget to share it with someone who loves a bit of a moan. We're on Instagram and TikTok at Cockney Son, so come say hello. Thanks again if you've made it this far, and until next time, cheers from the old man and the not so young one.